A woman jailed in Iran for 1 year for removing her hijab in public to protest against the country's Islamic dress code has been released early.
Here's a summary of the article.
A woman jailed in Iran for 1 year for removing her hijab in public to protest against the country's Islamic dress code has been released early, her lawyer said Tuesday. Vida Movahedi was summoned by prison authorities on Sunday evening and told that her sentence had been commuted, and combined with some accumulated furlough she was free to go, Payam Dirafshan told AFP. Movahedi, who is in her mid-20s, was arrested in October after removing her hijab from her head at Tehran's Engelab Square. She was charged with encouraging corruption and debauchery and sentenced by a court in Tehran to 12 months in prison on March 2, Dirafshan added. The lawyer said Movahedi had stated her opposition to the compulsory hijab and that she wanted to express her opinion in a civil protest. Engelab means revolution in Farsi, and the square and avenue are among the busiest areas in the capital. Movahedi's move sparked similar protests by other women, including some at the same spot, and they soon won recognition as Doktaran-e Engelab, or the Girls of Revolution Street. Like other women who copied her, she was arrested, but she was only fined for her first protest.
This post received a score of 37,456, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Greater than she was charged with encouraging corruption and debauchery. Yes. Female hair is after all well known for triggering spontaneous drug and alcohol-fueled orgies when exposed to sunlight. It was a crowded area, too. How irresponsible.
To be fair, every drug and alcohol-fueled orgy I've ever seen has had female hair in it.
Just because you've never seen a gay-only orgy doesn't mean they don't exist.
I concede your point gaily.
Since when did gay orgy exclude the concept of girls-only fun time? That's like at least 4 times as much female hair as usual.
I love that people are arguing over which country makes more sense to go to war with, like they're comparing nutrition facts on different labels. You really know you're a superpower when you're weighing your options for which war to start. Maybe stop getting innocent young people killed on both sides for no reason, which leads to more uneducated hate from survivors and future generations. I understand it's not the topic of the post, I was responding mostly to just what I was seeing in the comments.
Of course it's stupid, but what about those poor oil tycoons and all that untapped black gold?
Exactly. I see so much resistance against starting a meaningless war, but why won't anyone think of the handful of people that it would benefit? Selfish.
Really, it's selfish not to get blown up defending American-claimed oil fields in another country.
Seriously, why even have a holiday for war deaths if we aren't going to use it?
Solar and wind are not only saving the planet, they are preventing needless war deaths.
Those deaths aren't needless. How else are we going to prop up dying industries?
If we don't manufacture the weapons and go to war, someone else will. Think of our poor military-industrial complex. Think of all the jobs you commies.
Her father laughed and told her that's only what the government says you have to do. She told me about how her experience was so similar to a lot of people her age, and that whatever the outward face of Iran was, the majority of the people were very relaxed and normal. The whole Islamic thing was all for show, and whilst people might go out and act as the government wanted them to in public, private life is very different. The lesson I learned is that whilst these people might be out protesting in the streets and calling for people's heads, privately, they were just like the rest of us, but had to hold up the pretense of being super religious in order to please the state.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.